So pretty recently, System76, the team behind Pop! OS, released a desktop environment called Cosmic, and a lot of you pointed it out in the comments. So I decided to give it a try, thinking it would be like any other DE. And I was wrong. It came with native window tiling, it's completely modular, and it was built entirely from scratch in Rust. Now, all of that may not sound like a big deal to you, but it's actually one of the biggest changes Linux desktops have seen in years. But enough talking, I know you want to watch this video.
What?
Or do you? Let's just start with the installation. Let's open up Chrome and search for Cosmic DE. View Cosmic distros. Experience Cosmic. So these are all the distros that support it. I recognized Pop! OS, Fedora, which is actually the only distro that I ever used. CachyOS, Arch Linux, Slackware.uk. I don't even want to know what that is. I think I'm going to go with Pop! OS, since it's actually made by the same guys that made Cosmic in the first place, and I just think it can give me the maximum experience. Download Pop! OS. I'm actually not too sure what GPU this PC has. Alright, so it's a GTX 1660 Ti. So I have to go with this one because it's from the 16 series up. While we wait for this to download, I think I actually have to remove Fedora from my PC, since it's still on dual boot, and I'm not too sure if I want to triple boot. And so to do that, let's open disk management. I think this is the Fedora partition, but I'm not too sure. Right click, delete volume. Selected partition was not created by Windows. Okay, now we're going to delete this one, extend volume, and now it should be done. But before we can continue, we actually have to clean the EFI partition. So let's open up command prompt. Now we have to find the partition that is 100 megabytes, which in my case is this one. Now remove directory. Just to be sure, let's type dir and see if there is Fedora still. No, which means we deleted Linux. Don't worry, we'll be back on Linux soon. Now I was about to open up Rufus, but then I remembered this comment saying to use Ventoy to make your USB drive a Ventoy stick. Don't have to refresh every time you want to try a different ISO. Interesting. Okay, now it's selected the right USB and we have to install. Yes. Congratulations. Now our USB got renamed to Ventoy and we can technically just drag Pop! OS onto here. 11 minutes! 5,000 likes and I'll leak my Spotify playlist.
We do not care.
Alright, now that it's done, we just have to boot inside of Pop! OS. Hopefully I don't mess this up. Now we are going to restart while spamming the delete key. Even though like 20 comments told me to stop doing it, I just find it to be the easier way of booting inside of a USB. We go onto here and put this one, save and exit, and we should be inside of Pop! OS soon. Ventoy, okay, it actually worked. Boot in normal mode, try or install Pop! OS. Alright, I see a Galaxy, so I think it worked. Okay, anyways. Also, why is this USB flashing? United States. Alright, so clean install or custom. I'd rather use the custom installation just to be sure I'm not nuking Windows. Okay, I'll get OBS running and we'll see each other in 20 milliseconds. Okay, now we have OBS running. Personalize appearance. I think just like the base Cosmic Dark is the best one. Frosted glass. Oh, is this like Apple liquid glass, but a bit more opaque? Okay, so this is a bit more like GNOME and macOS, and this one is a bit more like Windows and KDE Plasma. I very much prefer the dock. Workspaces for your workflow. Float or automatically tiled windows. Hyperland, but it's already inside? No way, right? Next. Shift plus super plus arrows. This is literally like Hyperland. Not that I ever did try Hyperland, but I know what it is. So it's very nice that this one already basically has the same features. Shift super and like this. I could genuinely keep doing this for the next hour. Okay, so let's open up the Cosmic text editor. Very nice. Now the first thing I obviously want to do is customize Cosmic. Now second one, explore new features. Since a lot of people say Cosmic is going to be like the future of Linux and they say it's one of the best desktop environments, I actually want to see what the hype is about and check what it has to offer. 3 install a package manager, pretty straightforward task. 4, code a simple script. And for the last one, compare its performance to other DEs. So let's start with the first one. Customize Cosmic. Displays. It's already put at the maximum, thing I really like. Sound. Well, for the sound, they just use a pop because it's Pop OS. You get it? Amplification allows raising the volume. Okay. Default applications. Web browser. Okay, Firefox. Mail client. Is Firefox also a mail client? I did not know that. Exciter. It already has Vim pre-installed. Well, let's add another thing. Try out Vim. I don't really know that much what it is, but I know it's interesting, so let's try it out. It also has VLC pre-installed, very nice. Wallpaper, they are all Cosmic wallpapers, obviously. They are not that great. So let's open up Firefox and see what they have to offer. Cool Linux wallpaper, images. Okay, I mean, this is, I can't even describe this. This is the best wallpaper I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. I think I'll put this both on Windows and macOS because this wallpaper is just okay. Well, we have the wallpaper sorted. Appearance, accent color. Let's put it around here. Blue, window background. Can I put this as blue? This is so cool. I can basically put everything. Okay, I think this is perfect. It fits very good with this magnificent wallpaper. Container background. What is container? Is it for navigation, sidebar, side drawer? Ah. Okay, well, it's the same as this one. Style, round, slightly round, or square? Why did my dock disappear? Can I get my dock back, please? I think this is a bug. Well, time to restart the PC. Alright, well, the dock is now back. I'm not too sure what it was, but let's continue with what we were doing. Appearance, please don't disappear again. Well, we're back once again, and I don't think I'll touch that setting anymore. I did a bit of research, and I've seen also other people having the same issue, but I couldn't really find a fix, so for now we're just going to leave the round style. Frosted glass. Apply. Frost thickness. Maybe here. Glass opacity. Okay. System interface. I think I'll keep the panels without it. Gap between panel and screen edges. What? Okay, I'll leave it on. Window management. Now I really care about this. Let me do something like this. Focus follows cursor. Okay, so I don't have to click on the window to focus on that window. It's cool, you know, but I think I'll still leave it off. Well, I think we're pretty much done with the customization. I know I could have just opened up GitHub, downloaded like 20 themes, but the focus of this video is not customizing Cosmic, but it's exploring Cosmic. Now we did the first one, and we have to explore new features. What new features does Cosmic have? Theming on brand. I already did try that out. Applications made easy. Protected against crashing. Obviously, because it's in Rust, it keeps my data secure. Now, without wanting to, I already did try the customization feature, which is pretty new, frosted glass. To be honest, I prefer it over the macOS liquid glass. It just feels like glass, you know what I mean? While my desktop broke 2 times, it didn't really crash, so yeah, we'll see if anything crashes during this video. Now install a package manager. Well, let's install Snap. Sudo apt install snap. You know what? I could just type yes, but I want to try out my newfound coding skills, and so for the terminal to not ask me for confirmation, I type sudo apt install snapped, and then like this. And it actually worked. Now I'm not too sure, but I think I'm ready for Arch Linux. And now let's actually try to use it. So snap find, and let's say GIMP. Now it's installed, so let's open it up. Why does Vim pop up when I type GIMP? Alright, it actually works. We can close it. Now code a simple script. Alright, VS Code installed. And now we can actually start writing the code. So now let's see if it works. Are you subscribed? Let's say I'm not subscribed. Let's say I am. Yeah, I think that's enough coding for today. Now we have to try out Vim. Okay, new terminal. It looks like any other text editor. What does Vim do? It's actually not a text editor, it's more of a code editor. Vim is just a text editor. That's it. What? I mean, if I really wanted to learn Vim, I would have to make an entire video on it. Yeah, I think it's better if... Alright, now for the last goal, we have to compare its performance with other DEs. But there's just a little issue. I kind of deleted all my Linux partitions, so I think the best way to do this is just to install other desktop environments on top of Cosmic. Let's open up the Cosmic terminal. Sudo install kde plasma desktop. Missing destination file. Maybe it's because I have to type apt install. Professional Linux user right here. Nice, it's working apparently. Alright, I think this is like the default desktop environment. I'll keep it as Cosmic. Now time for GNOME. Sudo apt install GNOME shell. We are still going to keep Cosmic as the main one. And now we can close this and start by benchmarking Cosmic. Now the first thing I want to see is system monitor and see how much RAM it uses. So first let's close every application that I'm not using. It's using about 3.8 gigabytes, which is very good actually. It's basically half of what Windows uses. And now let's also run this benchmark that I installed. It's called Superposition. Let's put the preset as 1080p medium and run the benchmark. Alright, 9,216 points and an average of about 69 frames per second. I can't even make that up. Well, the truth is, basically nothing will change from DE to DE on this benchmark, since it mostly relies on GPU, but I don't care, so I'll do it anyways. Now we are inside of KDE Plasma, as you can see, and with the exact same apps open, it's using about 3.4 gigabytes, so just around 10% less than Cosmic. Now let's run the benchmark and see what it is. Alright, so now the result is 8,932 with an average of around 67 FPS. I mean, it's pretty similar, but it is still a bit lower than Cosmic. I'm not sure if this actually has anything to do with TDE or it's just a coincidence. I installed GNOME, I put the password in, and this happens. And then it gets me back here. I'm literally in an infinite loop. I guess no GNOME for today. Are you happy? Yes, I'm speaking with you, because I know you're watching this video. Your comments always end up in my videos. So anyways, we concluded that the performance is basically identical to any other DE. But I must say, it feels very much more polished out of the box than something like GNOME or KDE. And also, the search bar is actually intelligent. Why does Vim pop up when I type GIMP? Most of the times, it's a bit like Spotlight search on macOS. And I think with time, Linux will start migrating to Rust, so it would be interesting seeing what other DEs respond with. Well, that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and remember to always stay positive. And also watch this other video of mine where I try macOS for the first time. Trust me, it is very peak.